Hello everyone, welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. I'm your host, Chaderena. We all got songs that our parents would sing to us when we were little tykes running around. I think either that or we had parents that were like, you need to listen to Zeppelin and tell you about the glory days. It was the 1970s, man. Life was good. The people were free, man. Either way, you probably know classic children's songs, but I bet you don't know the twisted meanings behind all of these tunes. So I've put together a list of those meanings for today's list of top 10 scary meanings behind childhood songs. As always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell. Also, follow Most Amazing Top 10 on Instagram and Facebook. There's a load of more content over there that you can check out, and it's a great way to get to know myself and the other hosts a little bit better. Also, check out our new channel tier list. There'll be a link right up here, guys. Check out the link over here. It's a super cool new channel where we're gonna be ranking all sorts of different stuff. We've done hot sauce, we've done other things. Come check it out, please. And without taking any longer, let's get into it. Number 10, Humpty Dumpty. This one is a classic. We all know about the fat egg that was chilling on a wall, then lost his balance and took a fatal spill. I mean, just from the perspective, it already sounds pretty grim. A man who's cursed to spend his life as an egg is probably trying just to enjoy a nice view for once in his life and then tumbles to his death. No matter how many kings and horses and men came to put this guy together again, they couldn't do it, and this poor man died on the spot. Well, the real meaning behind this song is even darker. It's believed that Humpty Dumpty wasn't a man or an Eggman, but it was a giant cannon used in the English Civil War. It was atop a giant reinforced wall, and then when the wall came tumbling down, so did Humpty, and then the army behind the wall fell. A little song for kids about a horrible loss and probably the death of hundreds. So nice. Number 9, Peter Peter Pumpkin Eater. You guys know this one. Peter Peter Pumpkin Eater had a wife but couldn't keep her. He put her in a pumpkin shell, and there he kept her very well. Some dudes shoving ladies into pumpkins right off the bat? Gross. Whenever you're carving pumpkins for Halloween, the worst part about it is reaching your hands into the guts of the pumpkin. It feels like vomit crossed with an uncomfortable hug from a relative. Ugh. Well, apparently Peter wasn't just packing people into pumpkins as some sort of prank. The wife he couldn't keep was because she was unfaithful, and it sent Peter into a rage, which led him to killing his wife and stuffing her into a chimney. I think they changed chimney to pumpkin because Charlie Charlie Chimney Chompered isn't as catchy. This old tune was told to little girls as a warning to not be unfaithful unless you want to end up as some sort of gourd stew. I wonder if there's another song telling little boys not to kill anybody. Number 8. Three Blind Mice. Three blind mice, baby. It's not bad enough being a blind mouse, but you gotta chase after someone's wife and get your tail cut off while you're at it? It seems like it follows a group of mice who get into a little bit of trouble and pay a price for it. But history on this one isn't about mice at all, but three noblemen back in the 1500s under the rule of Queen Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary is an infamous queen who was known for pushing the Catholic faith so hard that she stood up against anyone who wasn't Catholic and would have them killed. Nice lady. This was taken so far that a few of her noblemen started plotting out against her. What sucks for them is they were not secretive enough. Once the queen found out what they were up to, she was pretty pissed, so she had them dealt with. You're probably thinking she had them blinded. Nope. She had them burnt at the stake. The reference to them being blind was probably talking about their lack of faith, blind to God or something like that. I'm guessing the moral of the story is stay away from religious fanatics. Number 7, Mary Mary. Mary Mary quite contrary, how does your garden grow? With silver bells and cockle shells and pretty maids in a row. It's never good to have envy of your neighbor's garden. You don't know what's going on inside their house. Their lawn might stay healthy, but in their bedroom it could be micro penis galore. Well, the song has absolutely nothing to do with gardens, and it's actually about Bloody Mary, the queen we talked about just over number 8. She was the Queen of England, and as we stated before, this lady had a big boner for the Catholic Church and would try to kill anyone who stood out against it. So the garden growing refers to the growing number of Protestants that she was murdering constantly. This chick was definitely a BAMF to so many people. There were multiple songs written about her about how much she would murk people. At the end of the song where it says silver bells and cockle shells, it might have been reference to torture devices that she used against the Protestants that were standing up against her. I really don't know what those torture devices are, but I hope no one uses a cockle shell on me. Number 6. Ring a Ring a Roses. I'm more shocked to find out that the song doesn't go ring around the roses. That's what I've been singing my whole life. Everything is a lie. I don't know who to trust. I need to rethink everything and start from scratch. I'm sorry, I'm a little shook up right now. Okay, that was dramatic. But let's move on to the origin of this creepy song. A lot of people think this song is about a plague that hit London and wiped out a ton of people. And the part of the song where it says ashes, ashes, we all fall down might be in reference to the bodies they used to burn so the plague infected people wouldn't get to the other parts of the city and spread disease. A perfect song for kids, I know. I think I'm gonna put a kids song out that's about Ebola and have a 6-minute verse about pooping blood. There's other people who think that this catchy tune might have been in reference to pagan rituals. I personally have no freaking idea, but I think it's safe to say that I won't be singing this one to my kids anytime soon. Number 5. Rain, Rain, Go Away. I'm about to blow your mind with the original version of Rain, Rain, Go Away. Little do we all know is we've been singing the remixed version this whole time. The original goes like, rain, rain, go away, come again another way. Little Johnny wants to play, rain, rain, go to Spain, never show your face again. Boom, you just had your mind blown. When I first heard the original version, I for sure thought, oh, this is about something racist. It's an old song, it's for sure racist. I mean, it's a very old song, and racism back then was as common as sunshine. But it's actually in reference to the attempted invasion of England by the Spanish. It was back in 1588 when the Spanish had a massive naval fleet, and they were going to use it to smash England and basically become the world's greatest power. But what ended up happening is when they went to make their massive attack, a huge storm hit, destroying 1/3 of the Spanish Armada. It was a huge L for the Spanish, and it changed the course of history forever. Number 4. London Bridge is falling down. How come every time I come around, my London Bridge is coming down? That's Fergie, baby. She might be the greatest musical talent who ever lived. Anyone who wants to challenge me on that, I'll go to the mat. Fergie's the GOAT. I don't care. But unfortunately, this isn't a list of Fergie's best songs of all time, which would be impossible to do because all of Fergie's songs are number 1. This is about the old nursery rhyme that is apparently about how they would sacrifice kids when they would build new bridges and bury their bodies at the base of the bridge. Terrifying! Back in the olden times, it was a common practice to make child sacrifices to ensure that a bridge would stand for a long time and be safe. Apparently, the ghost of kids would watch over the bridge. Who needs a good engineer when you've got ghost kids keeping a lookout for anything that's going wrong? Like Casper's gonna be hanging out at the bridge like, did you see that there? That's black mold. That's really bad for the structural integrity of this bridge. Number 3. Ladybug, Ladybug. Ladybug, Ladybug, fly away home. Your house is on fire and your children are all gone. All except one, and her name is Anne, and she hid under the baking pan. Who would sing this song to their kids? They might as well sit down and watch the Red Wedding with them. Yeah, that's right, honey. Don't try to get married to someone or they'll kill you and your whole family. This unsettling anthem has a few different possibilities on what it could have meant. It might be in reference to old farmers who would use ladybugs as a form of pest control. But this is a top 10 scary list, so I had to dig for something a little darker for you. The ladybug was a common symbol used by the pagans. This song might have been about Christians who were burning down pagan churches and homes, and it was time for the pagan people to pack up shop and get the hell out of there. Man, the pagans really got the short end of the stick back then. Number 2. Jack and Jill. The classic chant about the boy and girl running up a hill to get some water, and then one of them falls and the other one follows the other one down the hill. I always thought this song was about two lovers running up somewhere for some hanky-panky where they wouldn't be bothered, and then the two clumsy kids fall down the hill. This occasionally happens, you know. But what the lyrics suggest is that Jack and Jill are actually in reference to King Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette, about how they ran France into the ground. The King Louis lost his crown and Jill came tumbling after. All the reference about cracking his head could be the guillotine coming down and slicing their heads off. I think the world was so harsh back then, people would make horrible songs about murders for kids and nobody would care because you would probably be dead in a week. Number 1. Goosey goosey gander. Goosey goosey gander, with a dost thou wonder, upstairs and downstairs and here in the ladies' chamber. There I met an old man who would say his prayers. I took him by the leg and threw him down the stairs. This song is about how the Catholic priests used to have to hide during the Protestant rule. The tables really have turned. People would hide them in their homes, and if they were caught, they would be sent out to be hung or killed on the spot. To think, Catholic priests used to actually be the nice guys. Alright, that's our list. I'm gonna wrap up by answering some of the comments from our Old Town Road video. Craig45 wrote, I haven't been here in a while. Who's this Chaderena and what's he doing hosting Most Amazing Top 10? Well, Craig, I'm the best there ever was and the best there ever will be. Next question. John Vu wrote, love the afro. Oh my god, John, thank you so much. You have great taste. Pop Tart Gotcha wrote, yes, I love these videos, including with Che. So funny. Well, thank you so much, Pop Tart. I love making them and I'm glad you enjoyed them. Well, everyone, that's our list. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell. And follow Most Amazing Top 10 on Instagram and Facebook. It's a great way to get to know myself and the other hosts a little bit better. And don't forget, check out Tier List. I've been your host, Chaderena, and I hope everyone can sleep tonight.